Hey, everybody. And I say, hey, everybody, meaning nobody's here because it's a brand new channel. This is a brand new thing going on, which is going to be the Bitcoin Live events on YouTube and probably couple of other platforms. So, what's going on? What is this about? What are we going to do? I want to do just kind of a brief, this is what we are, okay? Now, I know all Bitcoin people, all YouTube people are supposed to go, let's jump into it and all of that. I don't want to say literally before everything I talk about, like I literally am going to talk about it. I don't want to jump into it. We don't want to do all that. I just want to come and share Bitcoin news with you, cryptocurrency, blockchain stuff, political events that have to do with Bitcoin. This is for those of us that want to stack it to the roof because we believe that Bitcoin is going to be more and more and more important to us financially for our financial future. And it's our freedom. It's the first freedom money that's ever happened. All right, so that's done. What would be next? I want to give you the basic premise for my thoughts, since I'm the one facilitating and doing the meetings typically. What I think about Bitcoin and what's going on, short, abbreviated 30,000 foot version. Bitcoin has done nothing but grow faster than any stock or any investment in the history of the world since the day it was invented. Boom! And right now, there are so many people buying in. It is crazy. Now, here's what I mean by that, because I want to give out factual data too. I'm not going to get all data driven and act, like I'm Mr. Expert or I'm a nerd. I may be. I'm a bit of a computer nerd and Bitcoin nerd. That wouldn't hurt my feelings to hear. And I study this intently, and I study like I mean it. By the way, if you see my teeth and my mouth are blue, it's because I've been eating Smurfs. As those of you guys that know from my other channels and the other stuff I do, that, by the way, is from Just Blue, methylene blue, which is A, industrial blue gene dye, and B, an extremely powerful, effective nootropic. So this is not the nootropic channel, or I would talk more about it, other than to say, if you look at me and you go, dude's mouth is blue, weird. It is weird. However, I'm on a stack of 5 nootropics right now. And when I go in and read statistical data, financial data, trending data, I'm able to very much assimilate it like a Borg. Futile is resistance when I'm seeking knowledge on Bitcoin and all things internet marketing. So that's what's going on. That's why I have a blue tone. So you will notice I have Bitcoin shirt.com. You can get those in our merch store, and you can also get those in our store with your own URL put on. So you can get t-shirts, and you can see I have fun stuff going on, neon, all kind of crazy stuff. I am very much into Bitcoin. And here's, like I see, these are getting ready to go out this week as prizes. That's a real Bitcoin. That's worth $97,782 right now. Or no, there is no such thing as a real Bitcoin. Bitcoin is virtual currency. This is a representation, but it's a darn good one. And you can see where it came from. So I'm going to copy Michael Saylor, and I'm going to have some small ones put up on some shirts like this. And why would I copy Michael Saylor? Because I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy. I got to do one sound effect for Michael Saylor. Let me turn my sound effects box on. Here we go. So Thank you very much. So Michael Saylor owned a company doing very good. He's a MIT graduate. Um, he's rocking and rolling. And then he goes, inflation and other things are causing the money that we have to either stagnate and shrink or just shrink. What can I do? And what he did was decided to go Bitcoin. And he went Bitcoin so much that people were like, what? What? Crazy amounts. And now I think, I'm not sure, I'll have to check, but he owns more Bitcoin than anybody on the planet, or almost. I mean, this guy, he buys Bitcoin, he turns it into Bitcoin stocks, and then he sells stocks to buy more Bitcoin, which he turns it, and he's a leader in the world on Bitcoin. And I really, a lot of my learning came from him. And I just want to mention real quick, you guys, there's a whole bunch of people talking about a whole bunch of stuff like is all over the internet. So consider the sources, turn on your noggin. This is about money, primarily your money. And I want to say in great big bold letters and verbal announcement, I do not legally get to do any financial advising in any way. I have no degree for advising, no certification for advising. I just like to talk about exciting stuff, and that is my full value on my investment advice. Now, I can talk to you as an authority on just a couple of topics. Let's say internet marketing, self-protection, and I'm a growing newbie authority on Bitcoin, but I don't get to tell you how to invest, nor do I want to. There's way too many complexities going on in the world for me to think that I'm going to nail it right enough times to tell you what you should do with your money or that I have the right to do with it. I want to come to you from the place of, I'm smart. That may or may not be up for debate. I think. I run clean. I drink clean water. I eat clean food. I breathe clean air. In other words, I run HEPA air filters. We have water filters in our home. We eat organic food. We raise our own chickens. I don't have any television, nor have I had one for 10 years. So I have tried to, and by the way, I'm a follower and lover of Jesus, the King. So I'm married 27 years. I have eyes for no other woman but my wife. So here's what that means. I am kind of focused, and I do the things that I think advance my purpose. And part of that is through regular exercise, proper eating, proper thinking, proper study, and taking a butt ton of nootropics. I am able to actually sit down and do significantly long periods of intense study. And I did that on Bitcoin before I'm a 67, I'll be 67 the end of this month, before I, as a 67-year-old man, took funds that I create out of internet marketing that are for my wife and I to retire as well as possible on and have a life as lovely as possible, and invested in this whole Bitcoin thing. So I studied it. So any value that I have to you is that. All right. And we're going to have facts and charts and some of that stuff and video clips and all kind of other stuff going on with the lives. But I want it to be very interesting. In other words, not just me talking yap, yap, yap the whole time. I want it to be very interesting, mildly entertaining, and I want you to get a lot of good knowledge out of it because this is from the heart. I do not do the ihavebitcoin.com platform primarily for money. I do the ihavebitcoin.com platform primarily to bring a blessing of what I think that I have encountered and become aware of and studied and believe in to my friends and to other people. That is my first purpose for all of the Bitcoin stuff. it's just like if I went and saw a great movie, I'd be telling my friends, "Oh, dude, did you see that movie? Oh, you got to see it." Or if I found a new hole in the wall restaurant that had like the best cheeseburgers on the planet, I'd be like, "Bro, they're the best cheeseburgers you've ever had. Let's go get one." And by the way, there's a great movie, right? So that's how I am about Bitcoin. I believe it's going to make me a multimillionaire, and I believe it could very easily make all of you multimillionaires. All right, so I'm going to give a couple of facts real quickly, and then I think we're going to end for today. This was my first live broadcast on I Have Bitcoin, and I just wanted to kind of check things out, see my volume level, see if the camera's working. I've got another camera set up, by the way, so we can do two, what do you call that? Two camera viewing. And for those of you that don't know me, because we got a lot of new people that don't know me from this is the headquarters for Paul Darby Inc. I bought the building last year. Wait, over here is lovely Tammy and I on Panama City Beach in our timeshare. And I bought this building when I went to find another, and there you go. And here we are. So this is where I'm broadcasting from, but I didn't want to pay rent. Further, when I figured I will buy the building and I can always rent the building to my corporation. It's a whole different topic. However, so I bought it, I fixed it up just the way I want, and now this is where I operate. We have staff, by the way, that are doing Bitcoin videos and Bitcoin marketplace and other stuff for your internet marketing in the Philippines. We have programming teams outside of Russia and Pakistan. And I've got staff in 4 countries. And so we got far-reaching, we've got customers in over 100 countries. So we have far-reaching effects. And one of the things I get to do is have a great deal of information at my disposal that I can look through and sort through and reach decisions about what that may mean. Worldwide, local, internet, Bitcoin, etc. All right, so the last couple of things that I want to share before we go are Bitcoin is freedom. If you can get your brain to unhook it from the US dollar, unhook this in your brain from the dollar. Even though we will do a lot of comparing, I want you to start thinking about this having its own value, not as a currency, but as capital, as your investment. Now, it can be used as a currency in limited function already, but our methodology here, what I'm doing for my family is I don't trade. I'm not a trader. I'm not that smart. If you need a good trading platform and trader, that would not be with me. I am nearly 67. I am not risk averse because I'm kind of wild, but I'm very careful about it. So I buy this stuff in large amounts, and I just buy it and buy it and buy it, and I keep it. I say large amounts. I do not have Bitcoin in amounts like that, just to let you know. My last purchase was about an hour ago. It was $13.75. Typically, I do purchases. I average about $500 at a purchase. However, sometimes I just want to get my money off the exchanges. So if you go to ihavebitcoin.com, you will learn all about exchanges. You will learn what it is, how to use it in a fun, entertaining, awesome. I'm planning on our platform being one of the top platforms in the world as far as for not professional traders. Like I said, I'm not a trader. I'm a holder, HODL. It was originally a term that was maimed because somebody spelled it wrong. They were trying to spell hold, H-O-L-D, and they spelled it H-O-D-L. And now it just means hang on for dear life. You want to get as much as this as you can and hold on for dear life. Because let's just say it goes up 100 times, just for fun, 1,000 times. You don't want to spend it and buy something with it with cash. What you want to do is keep it, and then we will learn to borrow against it. We will pay back our loan at the increased value from it. Then we will have the money to live on, lifestyle money, and we will still have our Bitcoin, which is the highest returning investment in the history of the civilization of man. That's what I'm talking about. All right. So, was there anything else in closing? Try to unhook it from the US dollar and give it its own value in your brain, even though we do correlate it with the US dollar. The last thing would be there is something called a Satoshi. A Satoshi is 1/100 millionth of $1. I'm sorry, of one Bitcoin. Just like a penny is 1/100th of a dollar. So if you're thinking that coin is $100,000, dude, it's $100,000. I ain't got $100,000. Too bad, too sad to be me. Then what I would say is get a Satoshi. You can go buy Satoshis for $1, for $5, for $10. So you stack your sats. And stacking means you start getting these things and you just stack them up. You just pile them up and keep them. And your sats, a lot of people think we're going to be paid in sats at some point. And sat, you might think, well, that's not very much. If you have it now and you start stacking it now, and IHaveBitcoin.com is filled with my custom proprietary software. Look, I thought up software. I paid to have I got some of the best programmers in the world. I've been doing this for 27 years. United States-based debt-free corporation. We've been doing this a long time. Notably, one of the go-to corporations for internet marketing software and trading. So remember, the Bitcoin thing is internet marketing. It's the first group to show you how to join, how to refer 2 people that you love, and your whole platform is free because of your commissions pay for it, and you refer a 3rd person, and now you have extra income coming in that you may use to invest in Bitcoin. So what does that mean? It means you get everything my company offers for free and get paid money that you can invest in you, not in me, not in my company, not in our website, in your personal private account. It gets so good, and you can just stack it, and maybe in 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 years, and it goes from 100,000 to 200,000 to 500,000 to $1 million and above. You can go, I managed to put away 5,000, and it went up 1,000 times, and now I have 500,000 times the amount of money that I had 6 years ago. If you're thinking you might live a couple of more years, you might want to think about getting in on the highest investment that mankind has ever known. And that's what I have to say, other than I hope you like and appreciate and will join and subscribe and put I like and appreciate, plug in your comments to what I'm doing here. I'm planning on doing a live show every day because there's new stuff coming out every day. Today is so rich I could talk for 3 hours just about what the Fed is doing and what other companies are doing and what BlackRock is doing and what Strategy is doing. It's a very, very exciting time. Something wonderful is happening. Okay, who do we have here? Look at that. We got Mr. Norman. We got Romaine. And it's good to see. I just subbed. Thank you very, very much. And I appreciate all the knowledge. All right, you guys, we're going to have really a good time with this. I am, as I said, this isn't primarily a money thing. This is primarily a heart thing, but we're going to make a butt ton of money. I mean, I'm not doing this for money as much as it's hard not to talk about the place that makes the best cheeseburger in the world, right? All right. And with that, I'm going to close out for now. And me and my big blue tongue, because of nootropics, are going to wish you goodbye just for a little bit. Thank you for coming. plug in. We're going to make our futures better than what they were going to be. And I love you. And that's it for now. Bye.